Hey everybody, welcome to the garden. I hope you're having a great day. Shout out to the lemon and lime lovers and everybody in between. It's time for a crypto highlight video. And remember, if you're interested in any of the services I provide, make sure to check out the links in the description below for the Patreon and Discord. And if you would like for me to highlight an asset for you, make sure in the Discord and type out the name and ticker of that asset in the stock crypto highlight room, and do it in the month of November because this is part of the free trial for the swing trade service that is happening this month. Once November ends, this will go behind the paywall once more, and you will have to be a member before you can recommend an asset for me to make a video on. Though the videos will be public, you will no longer have access to ask me to make a video on an asset. Okay, now this one is about Avalanche, AVAX, and we're going to be looking at the monthly, weekly, and daily chart. So looking at the monthly, we have a little bit of information here, right? So from what we can see, we lost a ascending trend line essentially, but we are coming into this low pivot as well on the monthly. So let's actually pop this line on the charts because look where we're trading at on the monthly time frame. So right here, so right around this level here, but we're actually going to use this one right here because it grabs a little bit more information. We have the high side of this first month of its, at least listing on Binance, and then you also have, the high here getting tapped, the high tapping that level here, selling off from it, then finally breaking through, and then we had a retracement back to that level, held it as support, and then had the massive move up. So I find this general line to be fairly important, and now we're trading back into it. Okay, so we're going to keep that on the chart. That's a monthly level, and let's actually put the all-time low right here on the chart, which is about 84 cents, 8.846 cents. So that's the all-time low. Now let's go down to the weekly and see if we see anything else. So looking at the weekly, I mean, we also have the descending trend line on the weekly time frame. So we can clearly see that, though we're nowhere near, challenging this level at all. But we'll pop it on the chart for now. So this level right here. So take a look at this. So take a look where we're sitting at. So we're not at this point near strong enough to break through this level, right? But what has Avalanche done? It's come into it and failed off of it. So we're trading right at this major descending trend line level, and we're clearly, at least at this point, selling off from it, and now we're trading on top of a major support level here. All right, it's very likely at this point that we do see a lower move coming back into the consolidation that is the monthly consolidation. The monthly consolidation of creation right here, okay? Now, is there anything else? So we also see here, though it's not that important at the moment, that we see that this weekly level was lost. So from this low right here to this low right here, as you can see, completely lost, didn't hold support, failed here from the drop during FTX, and now we're trading under this level as well. But we don't really need to keep this on the chart because what's more important is this descending trend line here, okay? This descending trend line is enough resistance for us to understand that we are continuing this downtrend, but if we should break it, it is a big signal that the macro uptrend has begun on Avalanche, but we're not there right now. Now, is there anything else we can see on the weekly? Nothing that I find to be relevant at the moment. Let's take a look at the daily. So the daily is interesting. We have this bear flag structure that is building just like in most of the cryptos. All right, so that bear flag structure looks pretty clean. If it can invalidate, so if we can break down, hold the level, and then kind of trade back up, that's a very good sign that we may see some upside to try and challenge this level again. But it's going to be quite hard to break through this descending trend line without a massive consolidation, a very powerful bullish consolidation. It's more likely, more probable that we do break down from here. Now, we have lost the low of the consolidation that we were making in June. Okay, we didn't lose it heavily though, so that's a plus in my opinion. So let's pop that on the chart. We'll make this level blue so we know it's off the daily time frame. So we actually lost the level, but we're actually trading ping-pong between this daily level and the monthly level here. So if we can actually continue to trade within this and hold throughout this month of November, we actually may get an invalidation of this potential bear flag that's forming and actually break through this descending trend line. But again, That's asking for a lot. We're not there yet. We're also on another support level here if you caught it. So taking a look at this low right here, so from this drop, from this swing high to this swing low, and then attaching it to the price action right down here. Take a look at this. We are right here at support. Okay, so we're going to use this low, this low down here, then we trade down, and then we had this wick into here, and we nearly touched it again right here, and then we had a little, little nice rise higher into the descending trend line. And let's actually make this level blue as well, so we know it's off the daily. So we're actually at a very interesting level where we are in a bearish consolidation, but we're on major levels of support. This is a massive support zone, and it's full of confluence. I love confluence. So if Bitcoin were to have a nice rise higher going back to the 20Ks, right, rather than coming further down, losing 16K, going to 15 and 14, you might see the Avalanche actually be able to hold this zone and then find the fuel to break through. Very nice. So this is not overly bearish. It's actually at a much better place compared to a lot of coins because it's right at its huge descending trend line. Okay, this is a massive descending trend line. This is a macro descending trend line from the all-time high to now. So if it can stay relatively close to this trend line and show signs that it's going to start breaking up, this is fairly bullish. Okay, of course it is going to be very dependent on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin continues to weaken out and the dollar, continues, if the dollar finds some strength going into next week, then you probably see Avalanche start failing off. But if they can hold steady and Bitcoin can relatively stay around where it is and show some minor strength going back towards 17,000, 18,000, you might see some great moves from Avalanche, some relative strength, I would say. Beyond that, that's about it. Because if we were to lose this level, right? So let's say the bear flag plays out and we do lose the actual support zone that we're kind of sitting in, then we can use the measured move of what this bear flag would be. So let's go from the flagpole here down to the bottom. So right around this level here, if I can actually draw it right. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. The magnet's kind of getting in the way here. So let's move this over just a bit. One sec. Right here. So just a bit like there. Okay. And now let's actually, so if we were to, let's say we lose the monthly level, we break down. So we're looking at just around this level here, about $6. So coming right into $6, which makes sense as it would be a fairly interesting level psychologically. $6, and it's right in the middle of the monthly range zone here. Okay, so watch for a breakdown towards $6 if we should confirm and validate this bear flag and break under the monthly range here. Look for a move towards $6. And if we should actually break to the upside, so let's say we don't invalidate that bear flag and we do start breaking up, this is the least probable path, by the way. The more probable is a breakdown. But if we should break up, okay, we have the levels above our head. Like always, it's very clear to see. We have this fair value gap right here. Watch for this level to get tested. And it would make sense that you would see Avalanche potentially break past this trend line, come fill this fair value gap, and then come back and retrace on those levels as support, trying to hold them, making a higher low from this low, and then continuing higher. Okay, so that would be the first step of a major bullish change of character that I would look for. And now the other levels to look out for obviously would be this high swing here to grab the liquidity above $20, and then you also have the top side of this level here, which is the top side of this fair value gap that you want to watch out for. So right here. So this fair value gap would be another level to watch out for. And I would see price get to either this level or this level, and then a retracement back would make a lot of sense. All right. Now, that's a quick reminder before I sign this off. The upside is the least probable path. It's not impossible. Again, nothing's impossible in trading. Everything's probabilities. There are no guarantees. But the probabilities do lean towards a move to the downside rather than the upside. So we have to have a bearish bias at this point. But be prepared. If you do see a breakout, a decisive confirmed breakout from this descending trend line, there is a change in character that is beginning to happen. Okay, it's not confirmed, but the process is beginning. All right, everyone, that is it for Avalanche. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any more questions, make sure to ask me in the Discord. And again, make sure you're in the Discord. We are in that free trial for the swing trade service. It's been a very, very good month. So it being free and it being a good month is essentially free money at that point. If you like the services, you could then go forward and look to subscribe to them. You'll find the information on those services in the link in the description of the Patreon. The link to the Patreon in the video description here, okay? All right, everyone, remember, be patient, be vigilant, and be nimble. I love you guys. Take care. Bye.